a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning. Good morning.
And we are back on Tobago Updates Youth Wednesdays. It is 7:32 in the morning and we are ready to talk about cars. We want to welcome Mr. Jimel Morton, also known as Jimmy, to his friends and those in his village. And we want to also welcome Mr. Megan James, known as Kester James, to his villagers and friends. Good morning, fellas.
Blessed morning.
How are we this morning?
Not too bad at all.
All right. So, what is BTD about? What is the series about?
All right. First of all, in terms of asking a question like that, we always say, it's not what your country could do for you, but what can you do for your country?
Yeah.
Built to Donate, we just had the vision of having an idea of bringing together strangers, impacting millions with positive intent. And it's all about us restoring vehicles, right, and giving them away, literally, to people in need.
Right. So I hear giveaway car and I am now excited to hear more. Who and what inspired the BTD series?
Well, basically, after COVID, we realized everybody's struggling and everybody need help. So me and Jimmy came together. We saw that this one might need this, that one might need that. But because our niche is cars, we decided we'll start with that and give away.
And to be honest, right, let me just be real. When you really think about COVID itself, it just goes to show you the kind of material aspect of life, finances, nothing really matter. Because you could be here today and tomorrow you're gone, if you understand what I'm saying.
And the material state.
Thank you. So therefore, these kind of things, like I said, if it's God's will, it's God's bill. Simple as that. So yeah.
All right. So you mentioned that you all give away cars. No one pays for these cars.
No, they don't.
So question, can't it not be costly to erect cars from scratch? Because that is what you all are doing, right? Yes. So doing body works alone, people would talk about how much money they have to put aside for their baby or the car, right? And you're all erecting from the bottom up. Isn't that costly? Where does the funding come from? How is the funding done?
Well, two of us here, 50-50 each, out of our pockets. And that's not what I'm saying. Like I just said before, once it's God's will, it's God's bill, right? We have a standpoint where we choose purpose over paper. If you understand what I'm saying. So therefore we'd really look at, all right, cool, yeah, don't get me wrong, everything's skyrocketing in Trinidad and Tobago. The prices of everything going up, and as you say, you know how it costs to actually rebuild or to restore a vehicle. But like I say, it's just something resting on our hearts nowadays. So definitely we don't use money as the end goal or determining factor as to, hey, look how much you spend in that kind of thing. But everything comes from financial-wise from both of our pockets.
So, viewers, we had a small getting to know segment from before, and I'm going to slip in this question to you all. So you all percentage out some of your salary from your day-to-day job, and you all put it towards building these cars?
Actually, no. What we do is just, as the costs come up, or we need this, we need that part, we come together and we say 50-50. If it costs this amount, we do it. What happened with the first bill, it was full on me and him, 50-50. And then with this second bill, actually a lot of strangers reach out and say, you need so-and-so, we need this part. They was able to give us. And at first, we didn't want to take anything, but we understand now that because we're following with purpose and it's within our niche, it have nothing that we're not doing that doesn't connect with other people now.
Right.
So, plain and simple.
And as Megan Kester said, right, think about it. If the first one, 50-50, the second one, literally, we get so much assistance. So imagine the third and the fourth and the fifth. Yeah, just now everything will just be free.
And the first project that you all worked on, the first bill that you all speak of, this is the car that was done for the mother that everybody is seeing on social media? No. This was the second one?
Yes.
Yes.
We had a van first for a young entrepreneur. We gave somebody a start off with a business. It was a guy in Moruga who had, he was the most worthy individual. Yeah, so he was able to be blessed with the van itself.
Okay, and how do you all find people?
All right, so what happened is that each bill would have a team. So the first bill was entrepreneurs. The second bill, we decided to do a mother. So what we do is that with the mother now, it was that you had to enter, and it was that Christmas, because of the timing, she just had to bring a gift. That's it. And we actually gave away all the toys after. Drove around Tobago and just randomly gave away the gifts. So
inclusive of the gifts that you all carried around Tobago. You all gave away a car as well.
Yeah.
Please tell me when the next thing is, so I could just throw my stuff inside it.
Of course.
Okay, so what is the procedure like for donating? Because I'm guessing that people, well, I'm positively assuming that people are looking on now and they're seeing the cause that you all have going, you know, the BTD series. So what is the procedure like for donating? So I have this scrap car somewhere and I would just like to donate parts and stuff.
Happy that you asked that question. So right now I've been real, we just get a lot of calls, a lot of messages. However, we can't take everything.
Right.
We have to look about in terms of the feasibility of the parts, the accessibility of everything, because, and then I wouldn't say we look at everything in terms of value, but we want to be able to give somebody something that they could appreciate, you know, and we just ain't giving them like a car that you ain't gonna get parts for in Trinidad and Tobago, that kind of thing. So we just definitely have to go through the cars and assess them, you know, and see the feasibility of everything. However, we open and, you know, accessible to the support and the handouts. Let me say the handouts, but in terms of the vehicles that people does inquire to say, all right, cool, yeah, we had this, come and check out this. Yeah, so.
And I should mention also that we're doing a non-profit.
Yeah,
so,
we are NPO, yeah.
So we in the process of opening one now. We have a little bit of hiccup, you know, because a lot of stuff online now. But basically that is another way that they could be able to donate also, because like you say, it's funds also, and eventually we won't be able to sustain the out of our pocket type
Yes,
bills.
because
it's bigger than us right now.
Yeah, it's expanding so fast, and we actually want to do a 4th, 5th, 6th bill, and
Every day.
at least for a
Every
year
day.
coming up, like
Every
if
day.
possible.
Yeah.
If possible. So
Yeah.
you all are also asking for donations so that you all can continue this BTD series.
Well, it's not necessarily that we ask,
yeah,
you know,
I
but
mean,
you know, some
because-
people prefer to help in that
Aspect,
aspect.
yeah.
So we open to that also now. It's not something that, because like we say, it's purpose that we're following, and we're not asking for no money. Because
Right.
Because regardless, we will get it done.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the kind of mindset we have.
Okay, so are there certain guidelines that people should follow? So you said that people would like to donate in this aspect if they want to. Yes? So what are the guidelines that they would have to follow? Who do they contact, you know? How do they get the parts and stuff onto you?
Well, right, through social media so far, but we have cell phones, you know. You could DM us, WhatsApp us, anything we easily accessible. Kester number more or less on all the things that we're doing, my number, all over the place the same way. So you could touch me anytime, like literally.
So are both of you all the mechanics, or one is a mechanic, one is the face? What is happening? What's the format of the company?
Well, right, so Kester here, he's more or less, he's the brain behind everything, if you understand what I'm saying. You might more see me, but everything that comes out of my mouth is literally passed from his brain, right? So I might be more or less the person in front of the camera. We have don't get me wrong, a very, very efficient team, right? We have a lot of people, well, let me say a lot of, but it's not a big team, but we have everybody in place in terms of when we need to get the mechanics done, we need to get the straightening done, and we're still working on in terms of right now a facility, you know, so that we could do everything in-house, because as I say, right now we feel like we could do this the rest of our life. Yeah, like nothing else don't matter now, but yeah, for real.
So you all want to do this for the rest of your life?
Full time. Yeah,
Full time. Is the confident look on your face that does have me, man?
Yeah, full time.
Okay, so what exactly is your long-term goal? And also, if I want to learn to build cars, can I contact one of you all to do so?
Right. So the long-term goal right now is that we have a little secret in the pipeline where we want to be able to take students and take, just like we were talking about, like MIC and other trade schools, and let it come and see what the trades are. Because when you think about it, a lot of us use trade mining, you know, so we can't live without a tradesman. So just like cars, we need a mechanic, we need a straightener. So we have a lot of students or youths who we could take them away from the violence, we could reach them where they are. They could actually see a different avenue of how to operate and through trade. So if we could take them and, you know, come and show them why we work on the cars, they understand the hard work, the thing, and then giving away, it touches your soul, like without a doubt.
And,
everyone.
And inception of being real, we are actually huge dreamers, right? I always believe that you can't go as far, well, you can only go as far as you see yourself, right? And we want to take this thing across the globe. Like, yeah, be here and come from Tobago and probably build a car in the States, build a car in Jamaica, give it away the same way. Yeah. That's how far we just think that way. Yeah, so it's not just confined to Tobago or Trinidad and Tobago alone. Yeah, but we get in there.
Right.
Yeah, to dream.
All right. So thank you so much, Jimmy and Kes, if I may. All right. So viewers who are just joining us, this was Mr. Jimel Morton and Mr. Megan James, also known as Kester James, just friends and family, and Jimmy also, Jimel Morton. Right. Thank you so much for joining us this morning on Tobago Updates. Viewers, this was the BTD series. If you all want to learn more about it, you all are free to look at their Facebook profiles that will have all of this information. So as we continue on this morning, I encourage you all to share the live, share the live, share the live.